So it's come to this. Since we're expecting an online school day on Friday, we're in Kaiser today with a small live audience to tape this week's skit in advance behind the green screen. Regardless, good morning everyone, and welcome to Month in Review, where we look back on the major news events of the Academy in the past month or so. We begin with some great news. It's reported that the Academy is rapidly becoming one of the best feeder schools in the New England area, with members of our community headed to some of the most prestigious schools. Now there is a twist. It's actually the faculty that are headed to the prestigious schools.
Earlier this month, Govs announced that they will make students shovel dorms instead of the maintenance crew, as they have been for previous years. Coincidentally, the health center reported a 200% increase in slip and fall related visits. Okay, but in all seriousness, why on earth would maintenance think that giving students shovels and ice melts would be a good idea? Can you imagine Perkins kids waking up extra early before first block to make sure doorways and shovels are salted? Mind you, when Perkins kid boys discovered a ladder last year, it resulted in half the dorm being kicked off campus.
But no doubt the biggest news in the past month. Just a few months after the 1933 fireside chats, Dr. Quimby's version, where he assured us that we are not in a COVID crisis, the Academy followed through on its words by going fully maskless. This rule applies to everyone on campus with the exception of two. One, visitors from outside the community, of course, but more importantly, people with that mustache that you really need to get rid of. This also means that some of you need to start brushing your teeth again. Now, while this does mean that we will be able to mostly go back to our pre-pandemic days, the handbook, or Exhibit A as some families like to call it, still says that you will have to complete your COVID-19 self-screening prior to entering campus or leaving the dorm each day using Reach, which you wouldn't even need a reminder for because we've all been completing the Reach screening every day in a timely manner before heading to school, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, with most of the COVID safety rules from 2020 now being put in the past, many wonder when the outdated signs posted all across the campus will be removed as well. The dean's team says that they have already put in a work order to get them removed. Now, if we were to assume that this work order will be fulfilled just like the regular work orders, we can expect to see it being fulfilled exactly 24 hours after you graduate, just like that broken radiator in your dorm room.
Google Docs edit history says that Teddy wrote that dumb joke on November 8th. But the mask restrictions were never lifted, so it just kind of sat there. Anyways, with all these COVID restrictions being relaxed, many wonder when all the events that were canceled due to the pandemic will come back. Events like the senior Brentwood trip, semi, prom are still up in the air as other events that were canceled like International Flag Day. International Flag Day, which was supposed to take place on Thursday, January 6th, is especially noticeable because if I recall correctly, last year on January 6th, people were more than happy to hold all kinds of wonderful flags to show pride for their country despite COVID restrictions and maybe even more severely, federal law.
Mr. Wortman, national top 5 user of the word community, held an open meeting with student council to discuss future dress code policies at Govs. Pro-dress coders believe that dress code is necessary to show togetherness, unity, and pride for our community. But in my defense, half the student body is wearing the Lululemon BBL jacket, and I don't see too much community pride here.
On February 11th, Pingree School, the Jenny Humphrey equivalent of the Essex County prep schools, because, let's face it, you're trying to fit in, but you just can't, and all you're doing is being obnoxious. Anyways, the Pingree School started a beef with the Govs girls varsity basketball team, bringing a fan section dressed up in safety gear and posting with the hashtag #SafetySchoolWho, as if they don't accept anyone with a beating pulse and a check for $57,000. While the Govs girls basketball team did not bring the win for the game, Govs managed to do something even more miraculous. We had a noticeable student section at an away game. And while Govs may not have won the game against Pingree, students have made some pretty impressive accomplishments in athletics. Nia Pyle broke the Academy's indoor track and field shot put record with a throw of 33 feet and 3 inches. It's a lot.
It's almost too much.
Almost too much, I'd imagine. And not one but two people, Lily and Kelly, reached 100 points in ice hockey. This information, for some reason, is posted on this Alex Carpenter fan page on Instagram. I don't know why they're posting other stuff on the page, though. By the way, Teddy and I are still waiting for our fan page. We were mildly disappointed when there was no hashtag Free Teddy and Adam.
Last week, the musical crew threw on a spectacular show for all of us to enjoy. Heathers, the musical, is an especially bold and controversial choice, in no part due to the themes it presents. Unstable mental health, violence, suicide, murder, and more. Here to comment are the three Heathers.
God, I can't believe we came to Byfield, Massachusetts for this.
I didn't know it was possible to have a shittier town than Sherwood, Ohio.
Thank you so much for joining us. Being in Westerberg High that year must have been such a traumatic experience, and we're so glad that we were able to hear your story in theatrical form.
It's all fictional, idiot. Literally a musical. Get it together.
Oh my God, are you breaking the fourth wall?
Yeah, you're not in charge of the walls. I am. Do you really want to know the truth about Heathers?
Sure.
Heather, tell him.
Yeah, the Heathers was just another ploy for Govs to have a mental health convocation. That's right, we finally tricked you into going to a mental health convocation.
I can't believe this. So many Saturday night study halls I got for skipping mental health convocations, only for me to attend one voluntarily.
We also just wanted to have good acting on the Wilkie stage for once, instead of that shit show you call a skit every week.
Yeah, whenever Mac's up here, we can tell it's his first time reading the script. Even worse, I can tell that you've read the script thousands of times and you still look stupid on stage.
Jeez, you guys are kind of being a bitch right now.
You're welcome, by the way.
Welcome? For what?
You think Jet Wertman's gonna let you say that if we didn't say it on stage last week? In front of students, parents, and faculty?
True. I mean, you did say holy shit like 15 times in a row.
Yeah, and you weren't able to say it until now. Again, you're just one of those geeks trying to imitate the popular people and failing miserably.
Hey, that's my line.
Shut up, Heather.
Sorry, Heather.
Anyway, hope you enjoy the mental health convocation, idiot. We're out.
Oh.
Go Westerberg! Come on. No.
Okay, all right, for Month in Review, I'm Teddy Huang,
I'm Adam Conforti.
seniors, faculty, and staff. That's it.
Guys, I might have up the slides.
Did you? Is that why they didn't laugh at the January 6th joke?
No, that wasn't a funny joke.